Here's what's really messing with their heads. You didn't follow the script. See, when someone goes through hell, when someone gets betrayed, abandoned, humiliated, the world expects a certain pattern. They expect rage or collapse or desperate attempts at revenge or public meltdowns that can be screenshotted and turned into cautionary tales. The system is designed for predictable responses. Pain should make you smaller. Trauma should make you weaker. Isolation should make you desperate. That's the equation. That's how they maintain control. But you took that equation and set it on fire. You took the pain and did something they never anticipated. You transmuted it. You used it like fuel, like raw material, like premium grade psychological gasoline. And now you're walking around with this calm intensity that makes people physically uncomfortable because you're not playing the victim and you're not playing the villain. You're playing a third option. They don't have a category for you. The internet is having an existential crisis over you right now because you represent something they can't market, can't replicate, can't bottle and sell as a course. You're the proof that transformation doesn't require permission, that evolution doesn't need an audience, that power doesn't announce itself with trumpets and press releases. You just became. You're seeing the before and after. And the gap between those two versions is so vast, so incomprehensible, that they're convinced something supernatural happened. They're throwing around words like unrecognizable and completely different person, and I don't even know who that is anymore. And they're right. They don't. Because the version of you they knew died quietly in a room they'll never enter. And what emerged is something they have no reference point for. Let's talk about the chaos you've created just by refusing to perform. You stopped explaining yourself. You stopped defending your choices. You stopped showing up to arguments you never started. You stopped posting your pain for public consumption. You stopped trying to make people understand. And that silence, that refusal to participate in their need to dissect you, has driven them absolutely insane. Because humans hate unsolved mysteries. They hate when someone they thought they could read becomes completely illegible. Your absence from their narratives is louder than any presence could ever be. They're filling that void with speculation, with conspiracy theories about what happened to you, with wild assumptions about your mental state, your motivations, your next move. And the more they talk, the more powerful you become in their minds. You're not a person anymore in their perception. You're a phenomenon. You're the main character in a story they can't stop watching, even though they're not sure if they're scared or impressed. The psychological warfare you're waging right now is masterclass level, and here's the insane part. You're not even trying. You're not strategizing about how to make them uncomfortable. You're not calculating your moves for maximum impact. You're just living in alignment with a version of yourself that doesn't need their validation, their approval, their understanding, or their permission. And that natural, effortless detachment is more threatening than any calculated revenge could ever be. Because revenge requires them to still matter. Detachment proves they never did. You're not fighting them. You're not competing with them. You're not even acknowledging them. And completely unbothered, completely untouchable, completely focused on a reality they're not invited to. Now let's get into what they're actually saying. The specific brand of chaos your transformation has unleashed. There are people who knew you before, who witnessed your struggles, who saw you at your lowest, and they're now looking at current you like you're a glitch in the matrix. They're saying things like, that can't be the same person. They're saying something happened that we don't know about. They're saying they're hiding something. And technically they're right. you are hiding something. You're hiding the version of yourself that used to shrink to make them comfortable.